Welcome back everybody to my YouTube channel. Today I'm making a coffee card. I recently gave up coffee. I miss it, and so I am going to relive my coffee and make a card about it. Also, I'm very much in the Christmassy mood, so all the glitz of this card will show through. It's very glittery and sparkly, and two greatest things in the world, glitter and coffee. So anyway, I'm using pattern paper for a lot of this. I'm actually even creating my own pattern paper. So I showed you a little bit of the two colors that I'm using. I'll post what pack that's from. But I am now drawing lines here so that I could make my own background pattern paper out of this little coffee cup from Lawn Fawn. And so I'm sorry that a lot of this, as I'm watching this, I realized a lot of this was low in the frame. You're getting a really good shot of the coffee filter, but not really exactly what I'm doing. So I'm sorry about that. Next time I'll make sure to pay attention to that a little bit. So right now I'm just going to be stamping out in Versamark sticky ink my coffee cups all the way across. And I'm going to make it a pretty symmetrical pattern. But as I do one line across, I'm going to pour over my Recollection Silver embossing powder so that I can see exactly where I'm at and try to space it out best I can. Now they're going to be symmetrical going across, but if you see, they're staggered a little bit as they go down the card front. And right here I'm just heat setting all of that wonderful glitter. I used Neenah Solar White 110 pound paper for this, so it did not warp really at all. Plus with my new heat tool, the Wagner, couple those two things together and I didn't get a lot of warping at all. So it turned out really nicely. And you want to make sure that you recapture all of your embossing powder right back into the jar. Don't want any waste, and if any sticks to this coffee filter, I just replace that top one and I move on to the next. Just going to erase some of those pencil lines here so that it's nice and smooth. I'm drawing a circle here because I have to create my own glitter paper, and that's what I'm doing. I'm made it all sticky with Versamark in that circle area. I poured this beautiful Stampin' Up! Red glitter embossing powder, and I'm going to do this twice. Now, you could also do this with red cardstock and clear sparkly embossing powder. Either way, but this is what I had on hand, and I love how that red comes out. It's just gorgeous. So I've cut out a circle because that's going to be the focal point, as you saw in the beginning with the card. I realized that I wanted a little bit more of that polka dot theme, so I'm going to make that the background of the entire piece, just peeking out through the bottom. I'm going to stamp my sentiment here, which is, but first, coffee. And I realized as I stamped this out, and I got it heat set embossed, the butt was too big. No pun intended. But that was too big. I smeared it. And so I redid it. And there's the second one. So I just couldn't live with that. It was bugging me. And then I'm just going to start assembling the card. This is a really fast video. It was actually pretty simple to do. I think in total this card maybe took me 30 minutes. So in the card making world, that's pretty fast. The papers and the glitter and all of that, it really speaks for itself. So it did a lot of the work for me. I didn't really have to think too much. I just had to pick some colors out. And again, I'm really in the Christmassy mood, even though it's not even Thanksgiving yet. But I'm really in the Christmassy mood, and this card helped kind of curb that for me for the day. And I'm just using assembly. The only thing I popped up on this entire card was the circle. And I gave that some dimension. Everything else is laid flat. And as you watch through the video, I did use acrylic blocks to help lay it down to keep that, because when you put adhesive on glitter anything, it has a tendency to not stick. So you have to use a really strong adhesive. I used the multi-matte medium. And I did the inside as well. So here's a couple close-ups of the card. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you return to watch more. If you like this video, you can give it thumbs up, and please don't forget to subscribe to my channel to see more from me. Thank you so much. I hope you have a wonderful day.